Looks like we have a little bit of a lag as usual, but yay Streamlabs. So let's get a camera on as well. Hello everybody, how are we all doing? How's everyone holding up? I'm sorry for the yellow light, but whoop. Sorry about that. How's everyone tonight? Well, I'm just trying to move some stuff around here. Sitting down so that I can... Whoop. Just sitting down so I can be in the camera and everything, and a little bit less light on me. Whoop. Okay, I'm just getting an error message here from YouTube telling me I have no audio. That's why I wasn't sure, because my meters, everything say I have audio, so I don't know what YouTube is talking about as usual. So, we're all holding up okay, we're all hanging in there. No one's turned into an evil zombie yet through this pandemic and all this fun stuff we're all going through. We all survived the week. I'm happy it's the weekend at last. Cheers. Just having a little Coke. Oh. Well, I don't know about you all, but I am starving here. So I think we are actually going to get some cooking started. So who all do we have here tonight so far? I know we have Gaz. I see we have AJ. Cat's Meow was here, and she seems to have gone poof. So I don't know what's happened to her. Maybe she's having internet issues as well. But hopefully she'll be back shortly. So after this week, it's just been a complete zoo with work and everything. And it was yesterday, we were all at work, and one of the girls decided she was going to make lunch, and she pulled out a box of Kraft macaroni and cheese. And it was absolutely horrible. So I wanted to make my own take on a mac and cheese, but I wanted to make it a little bit more so that if you were having company or if it was a special dinner or something, you could easily make this for everyone. I know before I was talking with Gaz and I was saying I was getting the prep done. The prep was really just chopping up some cheese and just getting some stuff into a bowl so it was easier to prepare on here. That and getting some dishes done. So a lot of this is going to look similar to something I've done before, and I'm sure you'll recognize it. But in the meantime, let's flip over our camera, and you can see I've got my good old cast iron fry pan going, and in there I just have some and in here I just have some butter going and all melted. And just like when we did the cream sauce with the potatoes, I'm going to make that same style of cream sauce, but for our mac and cheese. And like I say, it's going to be kind of an elevated mac and cheese. So what we're doing here is just called a roux, where you take flour and butter, mix them together, and this is going to help create what thickens the sauce and everything. You just want to cook that a little bit. You just want to cook that a little bit so we don't get that flour taste. And I just have my pan here on medium heat. You don't want to do it too hot because it'll burn. Hello, Miss Amanda. Welcome. I'm so happy to see you made it. We were all saying we hope no one's turned into a zombie with the apocalypse and everything going on right now. So we thought we would make a nice little dinner to say we survived another week. So what I've got here, just like before, is our basic cream sauce. I'm going to thin that down a little bit more. It's crazy. It's crazy. The world's falling to hell in a handbag, and we're just along for the ride. So I said I wanted to make something to celebrate that we've survived another week. So it's as simple as that. All I have here, is I'm sure you can recognize, is a basic milk sauce. You melted some flour, made a roux with some flour and butter, added some milk. Gonna get a ton of pepper in there. But you're holding up okay, Miss Amanda? So we just added a little pinch of salt. We're going to go for, just a touch of garlic in there. If I can find it, because everything, for some reason, is getting smaller in this kitchen. A little paprika. And all we're creating here is a base to a simple white sauce. And already I can smell the garlic, and the pepper's definitely coming through. Now what we're going to do is start cheesing this up, because to do a good mac and cheese, well, of course, it takes cheese. And we've got a lot of it here. I have a blend of aged cheddar, some farmer's cheese, some mozzarella. Now this is going to get really, really thick. You can add more milk, you can add some cream, you can add a bit of water if you like. Speaking of water, we need a little bit more in our pasta bowl. So like I said, so far we're just making a classic cheese sauce here. Start off with our white sauce just like last time. Adding all our cheese. You want to make sure all that cheese is nice and melted. And you can see we've got a nice stringy sauce there. Excuse me. I can see I still have a few little lumps of cheese in there, but I know they're going to melt in. I do just want to add a touch more milk because that is a little bit on the thick side. Once you've made your sauce, and you can see how thick it is, when you start adding liquid to thin it out, Just remember that it doesn't take a lot. I added maybe 2 tablespoons there, and now I've got it thinned out to a consistency that I like. So I'm waiting for some water to boil off to the side. While that's boiling, we just have some very simple bay scallops. These are they were frozen, so these are going to cook very quickly in the sauce. And the liquid that was in the scallops, their juice, is also going to help to flavor and to thin out that sauce. And if you don't like seafood, if you don't like scallops and crab and shrimp and everything, that's fine. Do that exact same sauce, but throw some bacon in there, or some ham. Throw in some chicken and some spinach. It's all up to you. But like I said, I figured this is my celebration dinner for surviving a week. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it and see what's going on. Of course, now my water is going to take forever to boil because I'm watching it. And now I can see also how much of a lag there is. So I hope everyone bears with me. I can't control YouTube any more than you guys can. And what I am going to do is just give this a little taste, see what seasoning it needs. It's really nice and cheesy. It actually needs a pinch more salt. And it needs a little heat. Yeah, you know what? I used to do that, and honestly, most of the time, my water boils before anything else is ready. It's because I'm streaming that it's taking forever to boil. Oh, got a scallop stuck in my... So we've got our nice sauce, and we aren't finished with that yet. It's just we're giving those scallops a quick little time to cook there. My water's going, so I've got my pasta going in the water. Chloe, I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it. We're making sort of a little upscale mac and cheese here. So this is we survived a week pasta dish. And now as I try and find a little spoon, I just want to give my pasta a stir there so we don't have anything sticking. So we've got our sauce. It's nice. It's about the right consistency. What I am going to do is add now, because my sauce is ready, I'm just going to add a little can of crab meat. And of course, this is not going to focus, but it's just simple crab meat, nothing can that you buy at the store, nothing special. If you want to use lump crab meat or fresh crab, if you're able to get Dungeness or anything, feel free to use that. I am just using. I saw that, Linda. Welcome to the stream. I was saying, if you don't like seafood, Linda, try this with bacon or ham. Chicken and spinach in this is great. So, okay, so I missed something there. It's not something I have a lot either. And part of the reason I'm having it is I was at the store, I was trying to find tuna, and with everyone hoard shopping and going crazy, while this is cooking, we can switch the cam back over. There we are. Well, with everyone hoard shopping, I was trying to find tuna, and I couldn't find. But I found cans of crab, and they were actually the same price as the tuna was. So I ended up getting the tuna, or the crab. So that's why I'm doing it with crab. I figure we'll take advantage of it and make something nice. So I'm just checking my sauce. I'm going to make sure that's fine. Again, you just want to taste for seasoning. Instantly I'm getting that crab and the scallops. And one thing else I want to add to this is just going to add another little layer of flavor is some Parmesan cheese to that sauce. So far we're up to 4 cheeses. But like I say, this is really, again, just a basic idea on how to make a homemade baked mac and cheese. How you season it, what you add to it. You can leave it as just a straight cheese sauce. You can add, I put pulled pork in here, that was okay. I've done bacon, which was great. Ham, incredible. A couple of things to remember is you want your sauce a bit on the thin side because this will be baked. And when it's baked, it's going to thicken up in the oven. And you want to use a tube pasta. If you're using macaroni, or if you're using penne, go ahead. Just make sure it's got a nice hole in it so that the sauce will actually get into it and you're getting sauce with every bite and not just on the outside. So that pasta is almost cooked. It's just got a couple of minutes more. I'm going to put this away. There's a real good streamer just walking off cam. I would ask what do people have planned for this weekend, but if where you are is like here, it's going to mean staying inside. So once my pasta's done, we're going to be ready for the next step. what I've done is I preheated my oven up to 450 degrees. So this, once it's all cooked, can just get baked together for a few minutes. And then dinner is done. Never heard of that show. I don't know if I'm lagging or... No. But I say, the way YouTube's acting with me today, I don't even know if I'm streaming or not. Yeah, I think this weekend is going to be cooking, some videos, and, well, Linda, we were talking about what I had to get for one of my videos. I couldn't find a small box, so I think this one's big enough to make some pretzels. Yeah, see, tomorrow's supposed to be nice here, which is okay, but it's supposed to be horrible on Sunday. So I might hold off on recording this week's video till Sunday. Because if it's going to be raining, it's a good day just to stay in and make some yummy pretzels. Alright, I'm just checking this pasta. Yeah, I now have 5 pounds of baking soda. It was the only one I could find that wasn't either a kitty litter set, one for your kitty litter, or for cleaning. Okay, my pasta is now cooked. It's al dente. It's got a little bit of a bite to the tooth, which is fine. We're just going to very quickly drain that. And into the pasta it goes. So now basically I've just added the pasta right into the sauce that we did. And all that gets tossed up. The noodles now are going to start filling up with that sauce. And it honestly smells so good. The shrimps and the scallops, or not the shrimp, sorry, the crab and the scallops are all playing nicely in that sauce. The cheese is doing its thing. Turn the burners off. Yeah, at least I found it. It was, took me 3 stores, but in the end, we found it. So that's the important thing. And now that we have this ready, we go for one last layer of cheese. And this is just a straight Italian blend. So we have some mozzarella, some provolone, and some parmesan. So we got a lot of cheese going on here. This is definitely a very cheesy mac and cheese. A lot of the times, yes, people will put a breadcrumb topping on here, and it's nice, but I prefer putting a cheese topping. Whoops. That gets all crispy, because this way it's just more flavor. I actually found that. Whew, that stove was hot. We're just going to put that in the stove for about 5-10 minutes till the cheese melts. As I said before, my oven's at 450. And actually, while that's in there, I'm just going to really, really quickly go and put this back in the fridge. Whew. It's hot in here today. There we go. Yeah, I found that at Walmart online, and I ordered it for pickup in store because it was the only way I knew I was going to find one. The drugstore next to me at work, where that said they had it online, I called to confirm, and they were telling me because of the virus, they were not taking calls regarding products in stock, and to come by the store. Well, wouldn't it be safer to tell me you have it or don't have it than have me come to the store in the first place? So they just didn't make any sense. But what are you gonna do? Just cleaning out some messages on my phone there. But yeah, that whole box was like $3.50. So there you go, Linda. Walmart.com. So just like before, we started off with our basic white sauce, the exact same white sauce that we used for the sausage and biscuit gravy, the same white sauce that we used for the potato and ham casserole, and now for everyone's favorite, mac and cheese. Same white sauce, a lot of cheese to it. You can add any seasonings to it that you prefer to make it your taste. Nutmeg is very popular, a little bit of mustard. I just went with some garlic, salt, pepper, paprika. Simple, easy enough, and away we go. And you got your yeast, even better. Even better. Yeah, they were supposed to open up here as well, but that never happened. They kept saying they were going to open up here, but no. Same thing with Aldi. They said they were going to open up, and there were signs coming soon, and then everything just vanished. So I don't know what happened with them. Oh, we're just checking that. I want to make sure I don't have any boil over. But that is looking so good, and it smells incredible. So that's the one problem with doing these later night streams. Like, I want to wait till other people have eaten so that they can actually watch the stream. But by doing that, it means I'm eating at 8 o'clock at night. And that just hurts. So now I've got enough baking soda there. Geez, probably to make a few tons of pretzels. So this weekend will be good. This weekend will be good. We are making the pretzels. I'm going to have the dough pre-made, and basically when I'm doing it, you're just going to watch the cutting and the rolling and the baking and the process of how to do it. But I'm using my exact same pizza dough that we use for everything. And this might be a combo video showing not only pretzels but bagels too, because again, it's the same dough. It's just how we work with it that creates one or the other. So it should be good. It should be good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a fun video. It's just gonna take yeah, but there's no one outside to buy them, Linda. That's the problem. It's not like New York where you got people walking on the street and they can just buy a pretzel as they walk past. There's no one out there. Honestly, if if I put my well, if you'd be able to see the street from where I am, I think I've counted 4 people pass the house all day. Like, everyone is locked in, bolted the doors. They've barricaded themselves inside. The only ones I've seen out are joggers, and they aren't gonna buy a pretzel. It's got too many carbohydrates. So this is looking so good and smelling better, and I am getting impatient. So I'm putting it under the broiler so that everything gets all nice and crispy on top. Normally, when I'm doing a baked mac and cheese, I would do it the exact same way, but I'd put it in, say, like a 350 oven, and I'd put it in there for 20 minutes, half an hour. But this is quick and easy, and I like it a little bit saucy, so this is a good way of doing it. I know I keep looking over to the stove. It's just because I don't want this to burn. Not with everything that's in there. But I do need a plate. I do need a plate so that once it's pulled out, I can dish up and have some yummy dinner. Oh, I don't need to lure people into the store with a free pretzel. Hell, I'm trying to keep people out of the store right now. I think if I made a mothball lasagna, something stupid, people would still buy it right now. People are hoard buying like food's going out of style, or it won't be available anymore. Things that normally never sell are selling like crazy. It's ridiculous. I got my dried pasta order in today. Normally we get 5 or 6 boxes a week. We got 32 boxes of pasta in today. And we didn't even get our full order. Alyssa, how you doing? So happy you made it. We're actually making some really crazy mac and cheese here. I'm calling it my end of the week avoided the apocalypse mac and cheese. And right now it's just in the oven. I don't know why YouTube didn't send out a notification. So I didn't even get one when I went live, so I don't know what happened. Yeah, this is my celebration. I survived the week, so I'm doing a really quickly baked mac and cheese. Doing it with some scallops and some crab because I wanted to go all out, but I was saying you could do it with bacon, you could do it with ham in there. I've seen it done with tuna before. Wouldn't be for me, but whatever floats your boat. Some chicken and broccoli or chicken and spinach would be really, really nice. But if you like mac and cheese, all you're doing is throwing in all your favorites. So this is almost ready. The smell in here is crazy. So how have you been holding up this week, Alyssa? Yeah. Well, I figure I survived a week. I've got a couple of days off to recover before going back to another crazy week. Or if I want to look at it this way, it's a week that I didn't get the flu. There you go, Alyssa. I was on your channel today. I was checking out a few of your videos. So, for those who don't know, Alyssa has her own channel as well, where she plays Roblox, and her videos are fun. They're cute. The way she does them is really clever. Maybe we're going to hear her talk one of these days too. So, whoa, that was a little close. I almost burnt myself there. Yeah, are they doing your classes online like they're doing a lot of the classes around here? Well, we're lazy, so we just say mac and cheese, but it's macaroni and cheese or pasta and cheese. And this is, believe it or not, a Canadian dish. Kraft macaroni and cheese started here in Canada. It wasn't an American product that just got sent everywhere. This was actually a Canadian product. And that's why if you ask a lot of people who have tried both the Canadian and the American one, they prefer the Canadian one. Me, I don't like either of them because it's that fake cheese stuff. But this is what I'd rather have. Like, look at that. Now, a nice layer of brown cheese on there. The sauce is all thickened up. And the smell is just insane. It's just insane. It smells so good. And, well, we know. Well, you could do this with some filet of sole. And just cut it up into little bite-sized pieces and toss that into your sauce to almost like poach the fish in the sauce. And then just very lightly, because you don't want to break the fish up too much, toss in your noodles and bake it the exact same way. And it would be really nice with filet of sole or haddock or cod. All would work really, really well. Yeah, this is gonna be the best. Like, oh god. You got all that nice cheesy pasta and goodness in there. We've got the shrimps and the scallop. Or I keep saying shrimps because originally I wanted to do this with shrimps. Whoa, that's hot. We've got all the cheeses in there. We've got the scallops. We have the crab. We have everything in there. And all we would really need is to top off. You've been quiet, AJ. I didn't even know you were here. So, all we would need to top that off really is a little bit of parsley, and that's about it. And by the way, AJ, this is mine. I do these videos so you can learn how to cook this yourself. You know, no need to go for... actually, Burger King is now serving mac and cheese. So, oh, that's great. So you see there, it just goes to show you everyone wants to have a little Canadian inside of them. I could easily put some in the mail. I think the mailman would end up eating it first. I think the mailman would eat it first, But unfortunately, I think the crab would go bad before it got to you. So I need a we need a fork here. Yeah, but you know, okay, Chick-fil-A, I have to give them this. Uses real chicken, and they use real ingredients. Nothing is overly processed, so I have to give them that. But forget the fact that I've got the scallops and the crab in here, because that did add quite a bit to the cost of this. The pasta, everything that's in that fry pan, as far as the pasta, cost me maybe a quarter. Maybe. The milk, about the same. The butter and the flour, I'm not even going to count. And the cheese was maybe $1.50, $2. So let's call this whole serving here $4. And how much does Chick-fil-A charge for their mac and cheese? And don't forget, you're only getting a little thing there. This is a 12-inch fry pan filled with mac and cheese. So, yeah, it's quick, it's convenient, and I'll give it to them. Theirs is okay. But this is a lot better. There's no two ways about it. There's no two ways about it. You're never going to get anything like this in a fast food restaurant. And the times you go to the better quality restaurants, the sit-down Italian places, they're going to charge you $12 to $18 for this same thing. And this cost me, let's be super generous and say this whole thing cost me $5 to make. And I've got enough here for 3 people. Or me. So, the whole cook time, like, yeah, this stream's been going on for just under an hour, but we were talking and everything. You can make this whole dish in 20 minutes. Start to finish. And as good as Chick-fil-A is, as good as a lot of restaurants are, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. So, now comes the important part. As I always say, the taste. And you can see how hot that is, too. This is going to hurt. This is going to hurt. Okay. That's all that's got to be said. This is pure heaven. You can taste all the crab. The scallops are really nice and tender. The pasta's cooked perfectly. The sauce, while it looked thin in the pan before it went in the oven, is thickened up. It's gotten into all those noodles, so every bite is just pure cheese. And this is great. And this is how easy it is to make food at home. Forget the talking, forget everything else. If I was just, like I said, if I was just cooking this for me, from start to finish, 20-25 minutes. And I've got a dinner here that makes up for everything that this week has been. So, I'm sorry, I know I'm still on stream, but it's how good this is. This whole fry pan of mac and cheese, I guarantee you, is gone. is gone by the end of tonight. For those of you who like seafood, try this. It's going to drive you nuts. If you don't want scallops, use shrimp. If you're not a crab lover, put in another seafood that you like. Do it with fresh fish. For those who don't like seafood, it's taking everything I have just not to end the stream and start eating. Wow. If you don't like seafood, mac and cheese with bacon. Come on. It's so good. And tonight's dinner, everything I'd planned here was almost mac and cheese with bacon. But when I went to the store, I couldn't find any bacon. So it sort of became, well, what else is really good? And I just went to the other extreme. So instead of putting $4 of bacon in there, the can of crab was $2. And the amount of scallops that I put in there were maybe $4 worth. So all in all, this whole dish still only cost me $10. But you can't go to any restaurant and get all this for $10. Bacon and leeks would be incredible. I'm waiting, guys, for the Quebec leeks to come in season, and I'm gonna have a chicken and leek pie that is so good. Flaky pastry, creamy sauce, little bit of wine, and it is just so good with bacon, leeks, and chicken. Oh, I hope the season starts early. It's mild enough that things are growing, but I want to wait for the Quebec leeks to come out. So, there we go, everybody. Yeah, you can add anything to this. You could add anything to this. I've done this before, and honestly, bear with me, because it's going to sound really weird, and it might sound a bit gross, but it worked. I browned some hamburger meat. I took some dill pickles, and I chopped them up really fine, mixed that into the hamburger meat. Then I put the cheese sauce and the macaroni in, and I baked it. And, and in the sauce, I added ketchup and mustard. So like I said, it sounds a bit weird, but that tasted just like a McDonald's cheeseburger. And in mac and cheese, that's a pretty good way to go. This is... I can't stop. Again, we've started with our simple base. And again, we've seen how versatile a milk sauce is. Just adding a few other simple ingredients to it, some cheese, and some other toppings, and we've got this meal here that would make anybody drool. So, I'm going to end this stream. It's been on for about an hour now. I'm going to eat this, and then I'm going to eat the rest of this. So, thank you everybody for stopping by. It's been great catching up with everyone. It's been great seeing everyone. I'm so happy that everyone is still okay. And we made it through yet another week. If you're watching this after the live, please remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment on how this was and how you liked it if you tried it. And don't forget, we always have new videos out every week. Sneak preview of this week is going to be a double header, again using our pizza dough. So we have to find a little clue there as to what we're going to be making. So thank you ever so much, everyone. As always, my name is Andrew. I am the 5 p.m. chef, and please enjoy.